While we are told to submit to our authorities because they rule over us to provide and protect us, should we still submit to them kung alam natin na tama tayo and mali sila? Alam mo, it is a frustrating feeling when the authorities over us do not listen to us, especially when we know that we are right. Nangyari na ba ito sa'yo? Based sa alam mo, mali ang desisyon ng boss mo or ng magulang mo, pero they insisted on their decisions. What did you do? How did you feel? Nagtampo ka ba? Nagalit ka? Nung pinipilit ka nila sumunod sa'yo, na-depress ka ba? But first, let me ask you a question. Huwag ka sanang magagalit. Who told you you are right? How did you know your idea is better than your boss, than your parents, or than your teachers? Ano ang basihan mo na tama ka at mali sila? Yung nabasa mo, yung napag-aralan mo sa eskwela, or napanood mo sa YouTube? Yung idea mo ba has been tested? Most probably hindi. Kasi wala ka pa namang experience, di ba? Pero you would say, pinag-aralan namin ito sa eskwela eh. Napanood ko to sa YouTube. And sabi ng mga so-called experts, ito ang tama. Alam mo, I remember a time na one of the hottest topic in the internet was diskarte or diploma. These young so-called experts are insisting, diskarte yan. However, the older folks, those of experience would say, diploma importante. So ikaw, ano tingin mo mas importante? Diploma or diskarte? Is it possible that your idea is wrong? While may tama sa idea mo, pwede din bang may kulang? Yung idea mo is based on knowledge, pero yung idea ng authority mo is based on experience. Merong sinabi ang Proverbs 21 verse 2 about this. It says, every man's way is right in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the heart. Anong ibig sabihin that the Lord weighs the heart? Pwede namang tama yung idea mo eh. Pwedeng tama ka at mali yung boss mo. But when you push your idea in the wrong way and with bad intentions, it becomes a problem for the authorities over you. Are you sharing your idea to help your boss succeed or to show off and show him that you are better? Alam mo, I was like that when I was younger. I would have been one of the most arrogant person you would have met. Pag meron akong idea, aawayin ko lahat ng tao na ayaw makinig, even the president of the company. In HP then, there was a management idea called open doors, that you can go to any of the boss and tell them how you feel. And I used that privilege in the wrong way. I was very quick to tell my bosses, mali kayo. And we would have this very heated argument kasi I would insist na tama ako. Minsan ang tama na idea natin hindi tinatanggap only because we presented it in the wrong way when it seems that we want to be in control. Katulad na lang noong mga junior officers in my story about succession planning in the previous lesson about submission. Alam mo, when the president of the distributor of HP retired, babae ito, she said something important sa akin which really shook my world. Sabi niya sa akin, alam mo Dong, you would have been promoted faster. Kaso lang ang yabang mo masyado and we were afraid that your arrogance will destroy you. You know, when I finally understood what she said, nalungkot ako. Kasi there were times that I was right pala, kaso lang my arrogance got in the way. Na instead na nakatulong yung ideas ko, nakasira siya sa akin. I was right but my ways were wrong. But many times also, I was really wrong. Ayoko makinig sa kanila because I wanted to be in control. I was very arrogant. If you want to be heard, take the counsel of First Peter chapter 5 verse 5. It says, you younger men, likewise, be subject to your elders, and all of you clothe yourself with humility towards one another. For God is opposed to the proud, but gives grace to the humble. When you share your ideas in humility, and when they feel that you are there to help them, they will listen. But if you go to them in arrogance, maski anong ganda ng idea mo, they will reject you. Friends, do you like working with arrogant people? Ako, I don't. I'm sure you don't. Pero bakit minsan, happy-happy tayo pag arrogante tayo? Why do we act in arrogance if we don't like working with arrogant people? Bible tells us that we should do to others what we want others to do to us. How will they listen if you will not listen first in humility? Kasi ikaw ang nasa baba, you need to approach them with a humble spirit. Pero bakit ikaw ang dapat maging humble? Ba't hindi pwede sila kasi mas matanda sila? Ha? Friends, ikaw ang nag-apply, ikaw ang sumali sa kumpanya, and they are your authorities. So therefore, you are there to help them succeed. Ikaw ang anak, and you need the help of your parents in order to be able to move forward in life. You need their blessing and you need their provision. So dapat ikaw ang maging humble. Ganon din ang estudyante. You are the student, they are the teacher, you are there to become a better person after your graduation. So dapat ikaw ang maging humble. In fact, ito ang sabi ng 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 5. It starts by saying, you younger men. If there is one trait that I want you to have, it is humility. Alam mo, if I can talk to my 20-year-old self today, the first thing I will tell him, learn humility because arrogance destroyed me. On the other hand, supposing they reject your suggestions, but still you firmly believe you are right, what should you do if they decide to proceed with their plans? Ang dapat mo lang gawin is to support their plans and do your job. Help them succeed. Pero paano pag yung plan nila nag-fail and it turned out na tama ka? What should you do? Dapat mo ba silang sumbatan at ipakita sa kanila na if only they listen to you, things would be better? Friends, the success and failure of your boss is his accountability, not yours. Your responsibility is to do the job he has assigned you to do in the best way you can. Kasi if your boss sees that you are faithful, whether he succeeds or not, you will gain his favor and later get rewarded. Let me just read for you Romans chapter 13 verses 1 to 5. It says, every person is to be in subjection to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God, and those which exist are established by God. Therefore, whoever resists authority has opposed the ordinance of God, and they who have opposed will receive condemnation upon themselves. For rulers are not a cause of fear for good behavior, but for evil. Do you want to have no fear of authority? Do what is good, and you will have praise from the same. For it is a minister of God to you for good. But if you do what is evil, be afraid. For it does not bear the sword for nothing. For it is a minister of God, an avenger who will bring wrath on the one who practices evil. Therefore, it is necessary to be in subjection, not only because of wrath, but also for conscience sake. Friends, those who do what they were asked to do based on the standards of their authority will gain favor and be protected. They will have no fear of anything. However, those who oppose their authorities because they feel they are right or better will be punished by the sword. Those who oppose their authorities are rejecting the authority of God because they are the stewards God assigned over them. Pero some people would ask, if authorities are established by the Lord, why would God give us terrible bosses? Yung bang mga boss who will only see our weaknesses and even bring troubles in our lives? Sa mali nila na desisyon, tayo napahamak. I want you to know something very important I learned about authorities. I learned that God will not give you the authority you want, but the authority you need. He will give you authorities who are not afraid to expose your flaws so that they can bring out your full potential. Your authority has the responsibility to help you grow and mature. But how will they be able to do this if they do not say anything when you commit mistakes? I believe pointing out your weaknesses is an act of love kasi they will do this so that you can improve. Kung hindi sila concerned sa'yo, they will just keep quiet and then remove you. Alam mo, when you do not like what your boss is exposing, you can run away and look for someone better. But if God is God who establishes authorities in our lives, He will send us another leader who's similar or maybe worse pag nakakita tayo ng ibang trabaho. As I leave this idea of when you are right and others are wrong, I want you to consider the counsel of Matthew chapter 7 verses 1 and 2. It says, "Do not judge so that you will not be judged. For in the way you judge, you will be judged, and by your standards of measure, it will be measured to you." Often we are quick to judge others and their ideas. We assume that they are bad people and that their ideas are wrong. When you do this, they will do the same towards you. When you do this towards your authority, they will use their power and their sword to discipline you. Often we invite wrath upon ourselves when we insist that our ways are right and theirs is wrong. When we do this, they will impose their will and their control. Friends, I realize we will never win against authority. We can only run away from them. However, katulad ng sabi ko sa iyo, kung si God ang nagbigay ng tao na yun sa buhay mo, pag tumakbo ka, bibigyan ka niya ng taong katulad niya or mas malala pa. However, if you approach your authority with humility, they will respond to you graciously, meaning they will be more forgiving, they will be kinder. Do not let the arrogance of youth prevent you from growing and maturing. Instead, use the wisdom of your elders to become a better person, someone complete, lacking in nothing. Sana nakatulong tong lesson na to sa'yo. Sana this lesson will help you understand that humility is good. It brings many blessings. Kung nakatulong itong lesson na to sa'yo, help me help others. Share this video with them, your family, or your friends who may need to hear this lesson. And together, let us work to see a better future for our children and their children's children. Maraming salamat for watching. May God bless you.